Hey there, and welcome back to The Sweet Spot. Today, we're going to get a little nerdy around a topic that so many small business owners struggle with. It's Google Analytics, or GA4 as it's sometimes called now, the newer version. It's supposed to help you understand your website traffic, but Google definitely does not make it easy. It's so valuable, though. It helps you see what's working, what's not, and how to adjust your marketing strategy accordingly. So today, I'm going to walk through 3 ways to make Google Analytics easier to understand so that you can actually use it to grow your business versus um, feeling overwhelmed. And per usual, you can find resources from this episode at compassdigitalstrategies.com/EP53. You're listening to the Small Business Sweet Spot. I'm Barb Davids, a website marketing consultant and SEO strategist who helps business owners like you gain more traffic to your website with the simplest actions possible. Every week, tune in for tips, tactics, and small business owner wisdom that will help us grow in business and life. Now, no matter which of the following options you choose, the key to making Google Analytics less overwhelming is clarity. You need to get very super clear on what you actually want to track. Otherwise, it's just a whole big mess of numbers. If you're not sure what you want to track, I do have a couple of articles that can give you some ideas. Things like amount of organic traffic and how many of those specifically are converting to your intended thing, like a download or a purchased course or a newsletter sign up. Another example of something you may want to track is all channels, like where is everyone coming from? And again, those resources, the links for some examples are in the supporting blog post for you. Okay, first method, create a custom dashboard. You can set up a custom dashboard that only shows the data that you care about rather than all of the things that Google just automatically gives you. You could do this yourself or you could hire it out. Then bookmark it. That way, when you need to check it, you won't have to dig through a whole bunch of confusing reports or go to 10 different ones. Pro tip, I don't know if this is actually a pro tip, but it's a tip. If you're using WordPress, there are plugins that let you display your key analytics right on your dashboard inside of WordPress. So you don't even have to log into Google Analytics. Now, I personally don't use them because I like to go into analytics and I use some other things that we're going to talk about a little bit later. So I don't have any particular recommendations in that area, but they are available. Brief side note here. If your SEO feels overwhelming and like a whole different language and you want more traffic and leads, then my SEO Power Up plan is for you. It's a service designed to show you the traffic you're missing out on and how that missed traffic translates to sales. You'll get a clear look at what's working, what's not, and where you can focus for better SEO results. Head to the link in the show notes to get your SEO Power Up plan. All right, let's jump back to the episode. The second method to making GA4 reports easier is to send them via email on a regular basis. So with Google Analytics, you can set up automated reports to be emailed to you on a regular schedule, daily, monthly, weekly, whatever works for you. As I was, side note, as I was pulling together the info for this piece of the episode, I learned that GA4 has annotations. I cannot tell you how happy this makes me. So you can actually make comments inside of your analytics. Now, not everyone has it yet, so if you don't see it, just stay tuned. It'll be coming. There's like a little icon in the upper right-hand corner of whatever report you're looking at. And this is super helpful. For example, if you want to make a note when you updated a blog post, or maybe you run a specific campaign. So that way, when you're in the report, if you see a significant increase, decrease, or whatever in the visual reports, you might be able to attribute that to a specific tactic that you've done. So normally in the past, I've used a Chrome extension one time and kept track of them that way. I also tend to keep track of them kind of not in a date format, but with each blog page or page on a website that I have, I keep track of them in a separate document. So it's been sort of messy. So having this annotations is going to make it a lot nicer to see, especially when you're doing year over year information or even period over period. You can see what's changed in your marketing tactics. And finally, you can use Looker Studio for visual reporting. So Google offers a free tool called Looker Studio, used to be called Google Data Studio, that takes all of that information from GA4 and puts it in a nice, easy to read charts and graphs. So the kicker is you still have to set it up and connect it yourself. However, Looker Studio does have a ton of free templates, and there are a lot of people that have created free and paid templates as well. So all you would need to do is connect your analytics account. Bada boom, bada bing, instant dashboard. All right, that's the 3 ways to help GA4 feel a little less overwhelming, hopefully. The takeaway this week is to figure out what numbers best show if you're reaching your goals, and then check those weekly or monthly. I love me a good digital marketing tool. Some of them I am an affiliate of, which means they pay me to promote their tool. And I'm happy to do so as long as I am using it currently, have used or tried it, or someone I trust recommends it to me. This week's tool is SetApp, SETAPP. It's for Mac users mostly. I don't think they have a Windows version as of right now. It allows you to have multiple apps on your Mac, all with just one subscription. So I used it for a time, a long time ago when I used it, and it had provided me shortcuts. So I would type in, say, something like unicorns pooping rainbows. And then it would replace that phrase with a whole paragraph about how they don't actually poop rainbows. I'm kidding, of course, but the app is for real. There is a 7-day free trial if you want to check it out to see what it has. There's lots of great, helpful things in there around PDF making, around photo editing, just all kinds of stuff. It's really, really cool. So you can find that at setapp.com. And as always, if you check it out, please do let me know how you like it. And this week's podcast episode recommendation is titled 7 Clever AI Deep Research Hacks. It's by the podcast Authority Hacker Podcast. They had some really great examples of real use cases for business owners in there. They go through the example of which AI tools they used and which ones they thought did the better job for that particular use case. And that wraps up today's episode. Thanks for joining me. Make sure you're subscribed so you never miss episodes like this one that'll help your business thrive online. You can find all the links to connect with me, Barb Davids, in the show notes. And if you love the episode, please pay it forward by sharing it with a friend or writing me a review. I'll see you in the sweet spot.